happy Thursday, beautiful people. This is Linda, DNB here, and so I'm here. It's 30 minutes in my birthday. I mean, it's 11:32. It's gonna be midnight soon. I will be 44 years young. And you know, one of my passions is to empower, is to motivate, is to inspire NPs and psych mental health NPs to live their life by design, not by default. Because a lot of times we are programmed to do so. You know, go to school, get our degrees, and go to work, right? Work for companies, work for institutions, and so we're just living by default, right? Let me make this money, send money every year, a little bit more, and then we'll see what happens, right? See what happens to our family, see what happens to us, see what happens to our retirement, and so forth. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I had a friend, Elizabeth, reached out to me earlier, and she's like, Linda, is the book out? So I haven't really said anything about the book. So this is what happened. So I'm writing the book, putting things together, and ready to bring it out, publish, and promote. And then I say, well, I've read it again and multiple times, and there's a lot of grammatical errors. And I was like, let me just reach out. There's a lady, an amazing queen, Candace Quinn. So I said, let me reach out. I did a project with her, and she was able to reward what I said. She was able to put it in like great sentences and great wording. And I reached out to her and I said, well, Candace, I need help. I have this book. I have it put it together. Please take a look. I just want you to help me make sure there's no mistake, right? No grammatical errors, maybe some wording issues. And then you let me know so I want to get this book out this month before the end of the year. She looked at it, she's like, oh my gosh, Linda, there's a lot more we can do with the book. I'm like, really? What's up? Like, okay, we'll help you. I have a process to, get more out of it. And then we start the process. We started the project, and this week was the first week. First year went, holidays went, and then now it's the first. We worked on it this week. Guys, the process of writing this book, it's been like something I've never experienced. So have you ever been in a situation where you want to say something, so you have words, ideas, and sometimes you joke it out on a piece of paper or type it, but you don't know how it will look like. So she was able to use my thoughts and my thoughts and into like very specific, simple and deep words, ideas. She pieced everything together into this beautiful canvas of words that's gonna become my book coming out next month. And while I was going through that process, and then there was something that I thought about that I wanted to share. First of all, the book is coming. We are in the process of baking. We are like preparing something meticulous and exciting and special in the book. I really, truly want to make it special, and I found the right person. Her name is Candace Quinn, and man, I can't wait for this book to finish and for me to share. It's a lot. That book will be, can't wait. So, and I was going through the process also this week, so a lot of things came in my mind that I want to share today. So a lot of times we think we are not experienced to do something. I'm getting into this journey of entrepreneurship. I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start. I don't know who can help me. And I don't have experience in that field. I don't have experience. When I started in EO, I didn't have any experience. But guess what happens? You don't have experience, but you are qualified, right? You are qualified to do it. Whatever is brewing in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul that you want to do, know that you may not be experienced, but you're qualified, right? I've never written a book, right? I'm unexperienced, but I have somebody to help me in that process. And as we sat down, and she's asking me these questions that nobody has ever asked me, and I'm answering, and I'm so passionate, and I'm sharing, and I was qualified to write a book, even though I'm not experienced in writing a book, right? And a lot of times it made me think it's the same way, right? In our journey of entrepreneurship, in any type of new journey. We not be experienced. When you just get married, you don't have an experience, right? When you have children, there's no experience. But guess what? You're qualified, right? You carry this child in here for 9 months. You nurtured it, and it's there now. So you are qualified to take care of that special human being. As NPs, you've worked as a registered nurse for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You've worked as an NP for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 years, like I did in emergency room setting, right? And now you're in psychiatry. You're not that experienced, but guess what? You are qualified. Yeah, you are qualified to do it, and then you can do it. You just have to take action. You just have to bet on yourself. You know, take your chances. Take charge of your life, because what? You do not want to live life by default, like we always do. You go to school, get your degrees, now go to work for an institution, for somebody, and then you just live life by default. You're hoping you get enough money for retirement. You're hoping if you get sick, you have things on check. You're hoping if this, you're gonna get disability. You're hoping and hoping by default until you've worked for 30, 40 years and it's time for you to retire. What do you have? $180,000 into an account. What now? You have to live life by design, and then you can do it. You may not have the experience, but you're qualified, right? You're qualified to take action, right? Just take action and do it. Everything else will build up. Everything else will line up. But you have to be willing to do it. Change your mindset into elevating your life. Start doing what you're thinking about, and everything is going to line up. Your life is going to elevate in front of you. Your helpers are going to show up from different places. Like me, I'm a helper. You're looking for that light as you brush through online, and then here's Linda, that light, right? That's going to be that person that you can step on, that hard stool that you can step on, like sturdy stool, and then get to where you need to be. So you have to believe in on yourself. You have to know that it's possible, you know, for you to do it. Remove those, you know, negative mindset, those lack mindset, the fear, and know that you can do it, right? You are qualified, right? You may not be experienced into the world of entrepreneurship, but you are 100% qualified. So, but a lot of times as you step into your journey of entrepreneurship, I'm writing this book, right? It's new. A lot of people give up. I know there are a lot of people who have been trying to do something. They know there's something more in them. There's something more in the world for them to see, for them to do, for them to experience, right? I listened to Myron Golden yesterday, and he said, you have to be willing to do the work, commence on the work, continue in the work while the work is working for you until it works on you long enough for you to become the person from whom it can work. Bingo. You have to be steadfast into your dreams and goals. Work on it. Whatever you're becoming in the process, the growth, it's worth you doing it. Money is going to come. Everything is going to line up. But you need to work on it long enough for you to grow personally. For you to grow as this new entrepreneur. For you to grow in entrepreneurship. Because like entrepreneurship is different from being an employee. Now you're responsible. Now you have your own schedule. Now you have to get patients. You have to do marketing. You have to do your liability. You have to hire staff. You have to set processes. right? You have to make sure you have expenses. You do have an accountant, and a lot of those things, by the way, you don't have to have them all packaged at the beginning. You don't have to have it packaged. You can learn along the way. The process is so sweet. What you become from doing the hard work. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. Even when I started my own business, I worked when I had 8 patients a week. Feeding, I was like, oh, 6 patients a day. I'm like, oh. At the end of the day, I'm like, right? But it gets better, right? It gets better as you first months, 2, 3 months, a little tough. You're hustling here. Patients coming, you're excited, and what is good also with practice, as you do it, you're excited. Why you work for you, on you, and then you become a different person. You grow into this diamond. Remember, the diamond has been king for years. Right? That's what you've been doing. You've been like blending all these years. Right? Like Myron Golden said, all work works. All work works. What we've been going through all these years, talking and helping and providing service, taking care of these patients, it works. So you always gonna use. I work in emergency room 7 years. I do all of that work. Guess what? I'm using those skills every now. Not all of them, but I use those. So if you've been working, if you've always thought, there's more in for me, and I want time freedom. I want to be able to take care of my patient in a better way, and I want to continue your care. I want to make a little bit more money, right? I want to have a little grip into my life, into my career, right? I want you to know that you may not be experienced into the journey, that unknown journey of private practice, but you qualify. And it will get hard until it will get better. And when you have to grow, and you have higher standards, and you're going into a higher you, it will be uncomfortable, right? It is uncomfortable. But good news, it gets better. Right? It gets better. And as I'm writing this book, right, and then putting all these thoughts and these ideas into life, and as I have Candice help me put them up into this manuscript that will be so like the standards, it will meet like the highest standard of really what I really wanted to portray. And the growth that I'm going through, that process, it's priceless. So in your journey of entrepreneurship, know that we are all here to help. There's a lot of us here to help. You're not on your own. So I want 2024 to be a year of action, a year of I want to do this. I was talking to one of my mentees and this morning, and this evening she's like, okay, so what did you do? Oh, I did AMA, the headway, and this is what they did, or this is what I did, and I did this. I secured my domain name, and then but I had a hard time looking for a name, and we had to like change to a different one. What do you think about this name? What do you think about this profile picture? And I was super, it made me so happy, right? You want to go into action. This is 2024. We gotta get out of that comfort zone. We gotta go win for you, win for your family. Right? That's what I want. Oh, Linda, I did headway. It's not working. Or this is what they said. Or I tried AMA. It's not working. I tried 3DR. It's not working. So what's going on? I want to be here. I'm here for you. Right? Sometimes if you're in the dark, you're trying to find like an escape, like a little light. I am that light. So I'm that. So you are not on your own. You are not on your own. We are a village here. We are 700 strong and 740 strong. And then there are other groups too, but there's a lot of us out here. My goal is before the end of the year, I want to have a lot of us come and sit down and talk about how our journey happened, right? Since starting 2024, since mid or end of 2023, I want in about a year, tell your journey, how it's been, right? So these people can listen to us and listen from and hear from when we started to where we are now, so they can know it's possible. It's possible to go from 0 patient, right, to 500 patient in 1 year, right? It's possible. Right? So but a lot of times we never even phantom something like that, so we don't really think it's something that can be possible, right? It's hard to think you can go maybe from 10,000 a month to 50,000 a month, right? Like what? Like how is that even possible? Because we are so used to exchanging our time for money, for a little bit of money, that we cannot even think that big. I want to tell you today, it is possible. I just need you to be willing to do the work, continue in the work, while the work, even if it's not working for you, until it works on you long enough, until you become the person for whom it can work, right? For me, it can work. So that's pretty much it today. Just wanted to hop on and then talk about the book that's coming up soon, and then also say Don't quit. Right? Just keep going. Grow through your hurdles. It will get hard until you get better. You can do it.